Welcome to another episode of Mindset Makeover. I am your host, Chris Madrigal, transformational mindset coach, and I'm excited to bring these weekly bite-sized episodes that are geared to rewire your brain and desire to grow from within so you can live a happier, thriving life. And when put into practice, you will achieve a daily state of clarity, balance, and fulfillment so you can go out and find your purpose and achieve those big lifetime goals. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. Today, in episode 7, we are going to be talking about expectations. And it hit me, right? It's the first week of December, and suddenly I felt that rush, and all the different expectations started to run through my head. What are others expecting of me this holiday season? And I'm not talking about gifts. I'm talking about what are others expecting me to do at this time of year? What are my expectation of others? And what are others' expectations of, or what are my own expectations of myself, I should say? And this is where it hit me hard. I don't even have a Christmas list to start shopping. People are asking me, what do my kids want? What are their wish lists? And I'm like, shoot, I don't even know what my kids want, right? They're not kids that ask for much. And lucky for me, I've got my husband who started doing the shopping because I haven't bought a single gift. And then there are all those competing demands in life, right? You get to fill the blank on what those are with you. And then everything combined just starts to pile up and create overwhelm if you let it. And there's the key. Overwhelm is simply a state of mind. You can choose to be overwhelmed, or you can simply choose to change the narrative in your mind, to change that story, because you are the own narrator of your life, the narrator of your story. So instead of telling yourself over and over again, I'm so overwhelmed, when it comes to all the things that you have to do, simply replace that with, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to get all those things done, right? And listen, the expectations that you set for yourself and others can be the worst and lead to unwanted feelings. But let's talk about what are expectations, right? And simply put, it's a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future, or a belief that someone will or should achieve something. Now, did you know that the gap of what you expect from others compared to what actually happens is the biggest opportunity for disappointment and where your happiness lives? That also applies to you. There are 5 things that fill that expectations gap. So let's look at these, all right? And let's look at it both from the expectations that you have on yourself and the expectations that you have of others, okay? So the number one thing, or these are in no particular order, but one of the things is disappointment. So think about it. Think about that feeling of sadness and disappointment you get from the failure of something that you hoped for or expected to happen, didn't come through. Or if you or someone else didn't fulfill the expectations, it may lead to that feeling of disappointment, right? Number 2, resentment, a feeling of being treated unfairly. Or ask yourself, where do these feelings come from? Is it because you were expecting someone to do something and it didn't come through? So now you got that feeling of resentment. 3, anger. Think of the annoyance or displeasure that leads to anger. Where did it stem from? Did you get upset because you got home and the dishes are in the sink, the kids didn't pick up their toys, their beds are unmade, and all these expectations that you set for them, whether you verbalized them or not, didn't get done? So that leads to anger, right? It could lead to that automatic feeling of just furious. I know it happens to me. You know, I'd be lying if I said it didn't. Number 4, frustration. That feeling of being upset or annoyed, especially because of the inability to change or achieve something. What frustrates you? And a lot of the time, all you have to do is sit there and ask yourself these questions. You're going to find the answer. The answer is inside. You will always have the answer. And then there's loss of trust. And when someone doesn't do what you expected them to do, it leads to loss of trust. How many times do you doubt someone's ability to do something because they haven't come through with it before, right? And so all these feelings stem from expectations. Think about it. If someone doesn't meet your expectations, more than likely you're going to feel one of these things. And let's go over them. There's disappointment, resentment, anger, frustration, and loss of trust. Okay? And that same thing applies to you. When you don't meet the own expectations you set for yourself, one of these feelings are bound to happen. And it's not a good feeling. So today, ask yourself, what expectations am I setting for myself this holiday season? What expectations do you have of others? What expectations do others have of you? Okay. Now ask yourself, are they reasonable? Are these reasonable expectations and will they be met? Only you can answer those questions, right? Now, do those expectations need to be adjusted? Do you need to adjust them for yourself, for others? Or do you need to have conversations with others that have expectations of you, right? And sometimes we need to lower those expectations, lower them for ourselves. Or like I said, have those conversations with others to adjust those expectations that they have. And this will lead to a happier, more fulfilling life, right? And if you're struggling with how to set expectations or how to set boundaries around your expectations, then reach out to me. Send me a message with the words Mindset Makeover, and I'll share with you how working with me as a coach, I can help you get that clarity and letting go of those unnecessary expectations that lead to unwanted feelings, and instead turn that around so you can live a life by design. All right, my friends, go put this mini mindset makeover into practice. Share it with others. Talk about it on social media, because when you explain things to others, you get to learn it twice. And repetition is a key to success. All right, my friends, go out and have a fantastic day, because we are in control of that. We get to decide how happy we are. So go out there, have an amazing day. See ya.